Hey guys, how the hell are you? Time for an all-new episode of Spicy Peppers, Spicy Riffs. So today, very cool episode for you. I'm changing up a few things as far as like my pedal board layout, experimenting with some different tunings, because I'm trying to make a little bit of plans here for some musical endeavors going forward, at least through the end of the year, if not ongoing. And one of the things that I'm doing right now is just kind of changing things up. I'm adding some new pedals, taking away some new pedals, buying some gear, selling some gear, checking out some new tunings, some super low tunings. And I kind of came up with something super duper interesting, especially after watching a video from URM Academy. By the way, not sponsored at all by URM Academy. I was just on YouTube watching a video and found a lot of useful tips and basically just kind of applied them to see what I would sound like doing basically the same thing that the instructor was doing, and lo behold, it sounded kind of incredible. So there is the basis for the tone this video, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, the gear. I am using my Reichardt 8-string model that Nate built for me. I am absolutely in love with this thing. It does have a set of Elysian pickups in it that sound just massive, but tight enough for the purposes of the tone that we are using today. So this thing is an absolute brutal riff machine. I love it. It has become kind of a go-to instrument for me. From there, running it into my pedal board, but not really using anything on the board today, with the exception of the Digitech whammy pedal that I recently procured from my local guitar tech, Dr. John. Thank you so much, my friend. From there, the signal is going in through my passive DI box and into the interface, and we are running it through a variety of different stuff. First of all, the Audiority heavy pedal plugin, which is basically a low-cost, inexpensive plug-in version of a Boss HM2 pedal. It sounds awesome. It actually has a surprising amount of variety on tap. I've done a video on it before, but for those of you guys that may be interested in, well, could it do other stuff besides the chainsaw? Yes, it can, and you're going to hear that on this video a bit. From there, running it through my Fab Filter Pro Q equalizer, doing a little bit of tweakage here to maximize and limit certain frequencies that are in there. And from there, going into the Fortin Nameless. But the Fortin Nameless, we are not using the onboard pedals. We are not using the onboard speaker emulation. We are instead just using the amp head, and that is it. And from there, it is then going into 2 Notes, Wall of Sound, my tried and true impulse response that I've got on there, my Labo Mega Brutality preset that I've got that I kind of test out everything with. It worked beautifully for this tone that we are going to be using today, so I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. And now, what am I ingesting today? Well, today is another hot sauce day. I was recently given this by my roommate, Miss Lele. Hella Pictures on Instagram. For those of you that might be interested, I will link her profile in the description of this video. This is something that she picked up for me at a show from some of her friends. Some of her friends are in a band called Howling Giant that was on tour, and they were selling this hot sauce called Pioneer Pineapple. Asked them a little bit more details about it. As you can see, I have not even opened it yet. We're gonna do just a straight up review/reaction right now of the hot sauce, but asked them for some more info, got in touch with the guy that makes the sauce. Basically, it's a homemade sauce with a lot of peppers in it. There's a bit of habanero, there's a bit of Trinidad Scorpion, there's also a bit of sweet peppers that are in there too to just kind of enhance the flavor a little bit. Also, we've got a little bit of pineapple, and we've got more than a little bit of black garlic in there. Not too many ingredients. There were a couple other things too, but nothing really spectacular in there. Those are the rock star ingredients of this formula, and I'm looking very forward to checking this out because that honestly sounds like something that's kind of right in my wheelhouse. As always, the goal is to make it 3 minutes before I grab my glass of Sweet Relief, my glass of milk that's over here. Yeah, that is kind of a nice consistency. Just thick enough, but not like super chunky thick. Got a real nice aroma to that. Super garlicky in the aroma. Cheers. Getting a lot of the sweet pepper and pineapple right off the bat. Literally the first thing I play on this thing all day is like a super bendy pinch harmonic. Of course it's gonna go out of tune. gnarly fucking tone. Damn good sauce. Let me actually get a little bit more of that because that was quite tasty. I notice I haven't really been talking about the sauce. I'm loving the tone quite a bit. Definitely super inspiring to play on. Spilling a little bit. That really is quite tasty. It has kind of a sweet note to it that, I don't know, it really is kind of in between like a sweet pepper and a pineapple, just a little bit. That garlic is in there in a big way, but not like overwhelmingly garlicky. It's in there in a big way, like kind of commingling with the capsaicin, commingling with the heat of the peppers, and it's really, really awesome. So yeah, kick-ass tone all around. This sauce is pretty awesome. This could be like an everyday kind of sauce. It is handmade, homemade I should say, so it's not necessarily something that's available in stores. Talking with the guy that made it, it's also not necessarily something that is available for order. It's something that if you see the band Howling Giant on tour, you can pick up a bottle of this. But also, if ever this guy's at like a trade show and is able to set up like a little pop-up stand selling sauces, he will include that with those as well. Look up Howling Giant Pioneer Pineapple Sauce. This really is damn tasty. So if you happen to see this band performing live, definitely pick up a bottle of this sauce because it was, it's good. And just the right amount of heat too, like extremely bearable, but damn tasty.